10 live wires will be given a unique opportunity to share their creativity with the world and become the next top live wire. I'm your host, Heather Boyd, and this is Live Wires for the Win Season 2. 6 weeks of wire art challenges will count down to one winner of the grand prize. A collaboration video on my YouTube channel, a $100 gift certificate for my Etsy shop, and $200 worth of wire and tools from Beadalon. Your judges will be wire artist Heather Boyd, multimedia artist and author Patricia Srigley, and doll photographer, artist, and the inspiration for the Mimi Hearts, Mimi B Dolls. In this year's edition, viewers will be invited to vote for their favorite creations. Work will be evaluated on creativity, workmanship, and exploration of techniques and materials. So, hello Live Wires. Welcome to Live Wires for the Win Season 2. And today we are going to start right in and check out all the beautiful work in the challenges. But first I'd like to introduce today's judges. Actually, we're the weekly judges, and you guys also get to put your input into things. So welcome, Mimi. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Mimi. I am a photographer, and I'm here to look at your work.
Awesome. And Patricia, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Patricia Srigley. I'm a artist and author, and I do work in wire too, and I work in a lot of different things.
Awesome.
Great to be here.
Yeah. So Patricia was a weekly judge last year. Mimi was a guest judge, and we had such a great time last year doing this. So without any further ado, I'm going to introduce week one's theme, and we're going to get right into it and look at the beautiful creations. So week one's theme is me, myself, and I. This theme is a way for participants to introduce themselves and express who they are. They can explore this theme in any way they like. They may create work that represents their personality, their interests, and/or their favorite things. Participants can experiment with different techniques and a variety of wire colors, gauges, and textures. They may create wire art or wire jewelry. The first piece is from Mia, and she calls this piece Whirly Swirly. It's an artsy necklace that represents both me and my work, she writes. My friends call me the happy whirly wind, and that's true. I can be a storm who gives you the ride of your life, but also a light, supportive breeze. I try to make jewelry like me, heartful, sunny, and colorful. I love making organic-looking jewelry with lots of carefully made details. This pendant is me. The hair is the whirly wind, the leaves are family and friends, the hearts are love, and the silver swirl and the sun represents my liking of details and my sunny mind. I use several different wires and colors for this piece and 5 different gauges from 33 to 17 gauge. The clasp is rather big so that I can easily put on the necklace with my bad hand. So Patricia, why don't we start with you? What did you think of Mia's work?
Oh, I thought it was so beautiful. Just the simplicity of the profile in the line is really lovely. And the eye having a center to the eye. And I really liked the dark wire. It helped it show up very well. And all the little details like the colored red hearts and the contrast of color. And and the fact that it's a pendant you can wear and it symbolizes you. I just thought the whole thing was really beautiful and creative.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I really loved the variety. I loved how she did like little sprinklings of color, but not too much. Like there's fine detail, but definitely not overkill. Very nice workmanship, very nicely made. And yeah, I love even that little detail of the little star at the bottom. It's super cute with the weaving in there. Yeah, no, I just love the style. I love that it was very whimsical with the little swirls and the spirals. So yeah, really fun piece and nice kind of earthy colors. I know that Mia loves nature, so I love how she used the browns and the more earthy colors. So Mimi, what did you think of Mia's work?
I agree with both of you. I think you both had really good feedback. I really like the little pops of color in the hearts. I think that brings it. I think it brings the piece out. I like the dark wire, as Patricia said. I like all like the little details within the hearts too, like the little circles and like the little spirals and whatnot. And the other thing that Patricia mentioned was the little eye, and it also brings out the piece because I think if you didn't have the eye, your eye would just go straight to the hair. But what else? The portrait is like the silhouette of the face is well done. The workmanship in this piece is really good.
Yeah, beautiful piece. Awesome. Congratulations, Mia. So now we have Alman. So Alman writes, I have shown myself as a person sitting on a chair and crocheting and writing storybook. And I have shown my interest in gardening, my fish keeping hobby, and embroidery in the tablecloth. Yeah, I loved Alman's piece for how personal it was, all the little personal touches. The fish is so cute, and it really creates a kind of like communication between him and the fish, and then he's busy with his work. And I love all the little added details, like the little paper book, sort of a little mixed media thing going on. It's super cute, and the beads up the spine is an interesting little touch, and well made, like it stands. It's not easy to get things to stand like that. So it kind of reminds me of a little diorama. Like I could see this in a little shadow box on the wall type of thing. I think it's really cute, and also nicely stands out with the dark wire as well. Mimi, what do you think of Alman's work?
I like all the detail in this work. I think it's really creative. I also like the tree. I think it brings some like life to it. I love how he has like him like working at his desk. I think the fish in the fishbowl was like super cute and a great touch. The added paper in the wire design is kind of a unique thing to do because a lot of people wouldn't do that. So it's like a mixed media, and also the fabric. So that kind of like is kind of unique to this piece. I like the color choice, and I love how you drew on the bead for your face. It's super cute. And I think overall, like it's a lot of detail and it's a lot of work. And I think you've done a great job.
Awesome. Cool. And Patricia, what do you think of Alman's piece?
Yeah, same thing. I loved it. It is so cute, especially that fish. It really stands out. And even though it's very simple, it's a fish. He's used a lot of a variety of materials and techniques. And I think it's sort of grounded by the solidity of both the table legs and the chair legs and the limbs, the arms of the person. They're very solid and thick and dark. So that sort of grounds the whole thing. Even though it's busy, it works. And yeah, I just love the variety of everything. Very beautiful.
So cute. Yeah, I love it. Cool. So congratulations, Alman. And then we have Bernice. So Bernice writes, I have autism and ADHD, so my piece is called Order in the Chaos. I made a brain with all the connections all messed up, but as you look inside, there's little sections to keep order in the chaos. So Mimi, do you want to start with Bernice's?
So I love like the way that it's hollow inside. I think it's cool. I really like that twisty wire for like the brain like cells, I guess you could call them. I think that's like a lot of work, and I think that work has paid off. I like how like on the bottom you have like all the organizations, rectangles, thank you, for like the brain to like have like an organization, but on the other side it's chaotic. So it's like a little bit of both. And I love like how you've like tied it all together with the little spirals around the rectangles. I think overall it's a great piece. Your description fits with the piece.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I totally agree. Like I was blown away by the detail of it. And I love how it looks so much like a brain. Like it's really interesting. And on one hand, it looks simple, but then the more you look, the more complex it looks, especially with the depth and the three-dimensionality and the concept. I always love the concept in art, so I thought that was really cool. The whole concept of the chaos and then the order as well. And amazing workmanship, really, really cool and very unique. It's not too elaborate. It's just made quite simply in a way, but also a lot of work, like many hours of work I can see. Yeah, it's a cool piece. I love it. Patricia?
Yeah, same thing as you. And I love the brainy texture. It really works and makes you realize it is a brain.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, one thought I had though was it would make a great pendant. Put a little
Yes,
loop on the top and it would be beautiful to wear. And I
yes,
love the density of it too. Even though
yes.
it's hollow, it's still very textured and dense. And yeah, it would make a beautiful pendant.
True. Yeah, it's not easy with wire art to make something massive and solid. So yeah, she
Mhm.
definitely succeeded with that. Beautiful. Congratulations, Bernice. That's awesome. So, so now we have Sharon. Sharon writes, this is me, myself, and I. The top ring is myself, where I live, and my children. The flowers on top of the saguaro represent my children. The little flower on the prickly pear cactus is my grandson. Of course, I live in the desert. The middle ring is I. I am a singer, a DJ, a grandma, and a mom. I'm much more also, but I ran out of time and pretty much space. The third ring is me, the musical me. I watched the tutorial Heather did on the heart ring with a little treble clef in it and went from there. Yeah, so I'm going to start with Sharon. I love that she used rings, like sort of like the circle of life type symbolism. It was really cool. She used a nice variety of colors of wire, which is really cool. It makes, especially with the cactus, it really stands out with the little flower. Had a little trouble reading the words in the middle, but now I like the idea of combining words with the images type of thing to make it a little more personal. And that she wrapped the rings is nice too. It gives it a nice sort of finished look. It makes a really cool little sun catcher that you could put in the window or as an ornament type of thing. So yeah, really nice work. And Patricia, what do you think of Sharon's work?
Yeah, I really liked how she'd wrapped the rings with so much wire and colored wire and different wires. I thought that was really effective. And yeah, how they dangle. Yeah, but very nice idea and really nicely wrapped wire.
Yeah,
Good job.
good. So Mimi, what do you think of Sharon's work?
I love the fact that it's super colorful. I think it's really pretty. I like the little flower at the top, a little like bouquet of like roses, I guess they are, little flowers. I like that. I like how in the middle you have like two colors. That's kind of unique. And I like how you have like some writing in the middle. And the music note at the bottom is really fun. I like how you have a colorful music note. And there's actually little ones all around it. So that's a really like sweet little detail that you've added. I like the fact that you can hang it in your window and it becomes like a window decoration. And overall, good job.
Nice. Awesome. So congratulations, Sharon. Beautiful piece. So now we have Laura. So Laura writes, my photography has inspired me to make a camera from 18, 20, and 24 gauge copper wire and resin, which I made the lens out of, and a scenery that has trees, mountains, rivers, sun, with the eye and fish and birds. The last picture is looking through the camera, taking the shot. The camera is me because I look for things through the lens that some people may not see. And the scenario is my love of nature. So I think we better start with Mimi since she's a photographer. So Mimi, what do you think?
Yes.
I love the fact that you did a camera. I think that's adorable. Anything to do with the camera, I think is absolutely super cute. I like how you have the camera and then you have the image like behind it, I guess you can say, of what you're taking a picture of. I think there's a lot of detail that has gone into it. And I love how you have it on a tripod too. That's really cool. And like you strung wire throughout the whole camera, so it makes it more whole, like a full kind of like a hole in the little lens that you're looking through the lens of the camera and then you're spotting things that some people don't see. I think that's like a really unique touch, and your description fits well with your item. And I think that's a good representation of you.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I think it's a really cool personal piece showing her love of nature and her as a photographer. I love that she used resin for the lens. That's a nice little touch that even though it's very subtle and you could barely see it, it makes a huge difference. And even like she did like a little chain stitch for the cord that goes from the camera. And the tripod I thought was so cool. Because I've struggled with tripods practically daily for my filming videos. And like I'm constantly like making the legs longer, shorter. So you can see even those little details of the connections in the tripod. And yeah, for sure, like the perspective of looking through the camera to the landscape is and seeing the actual like photo is super cool. Yeah, very fun piece. And Patricia, what do you think of this piece?
Same. I loved the tripod. That was the first thing I noted, that, the tripod, it's like a stand for a sculpture, and it makes it like a little piece of art standing up there on the tripod. And it reads very well as a camera. It's so cute. And the fact that she did 3 different interpretations, like the camera, the scene, and her looking through the camera.
Yeah.
And the scenery is very cute too. This little wire scene with the birds and the sun, and it reads very much like a landscape. Yeah, no, very impressive. I really enjoyed this piece.
Nice. Beautiful. Congratulations, Laura. Beautiful piece. And then next we have Jade. So Jade writes, this wearable art piece is called What I Know. I spelt EYE, and explores themes that I love, including history, culture, identity, and creativity. The piece also plays with the idea of what is seen and unseen, and how we often use masks to preserve and protect our inner selves. Cultures all over the globe have used protection symbols that include the eye, and here I honor the melding of cultures in a creative introduction to my own shifting identity. The entire piece is made of wire. I've included a few evil eye beads as well. Perfect. So Patricia, would you like to start with Jade's?
Sure. Yeah. Oh, I thought it was absolutely beautiful and impressive. And well, I love fantasy. So to me, it interprets as very fantastic and fantasy, especially the big eye and wearing it and using the dark wire for the eye and then the decorative golds to go around it. It gets to look a little bit Egyptian. And yeah, you can wear it. So yeah, I just love this piece. Very beautiful and original.
Yeah, I totally agree. I thought the piece was super original, and I love that she used some thicker wire too. It's kind of chunky, and you wouldn't think to wear something like that, but it totally works as a wearable art piece. And she has a nice contrast of like the thick wire with some of the thinner wire. And the reoccurring theme of the eye, in the larger eye, the eye beads, a little eye at the bottom, and it's just beautifully put together as well. It stands on its own almost as a sculpture, but yet it is wearable art. I also love that it's asymmetrical. I find it interesting in that way, that it's just like over one side of her face, which is really interesting. And yeah, all over, I just thought it was a beautiful piece and very original. And I loved her explanation of the concept behind it. So Mimi, what do you think of Jade's piece?
I really like the detail of this piece. I think it's really neat. I like how you have just the one eye, as Heather was saying. It kind of makes it, like, as you said, like asymmetrical, and it kind of gives it more character, I guess you can say. I like how you have 2 different color wires, and I love the detail going up the one side with like the bead at the end, and then the little branches like branching out. And the fact that you've made a mask, which is really different, we don't usually see. So for that matter, like it's a really unique piece, and I think you've done a great job.
Awesome. Yeah, beautiful piece, Jade. Congratulations. Love it. So now we have Amanda. So Amanda had submitted a video description of her piece. So I just did a little synopsis here. The theme of Amanda's piece is metamorphosis. The baby represents her inner child. The larger figure represents her as a teenager, wrapped up like a cocoon to protect herself. She emerges into adulthood like a butterfly. The face represents her now as she has grown up and seen the light. The tree reflects she is in a beautiful place now, full of love and light. So Mimi, what do you think of Amanda's piece?
Well, I think the tree's really cool. I love like all the detail within the tree and the leaves. I love how you have like the cycle of life in it, which is really different. You have you as a teenager, you as a baby. The cocoon's really cool. I like all the wrapped wire. I love the eyelashes on the profile, and I love the butterfly coming out of the mouth. It kind of gives it a cool like storyline, and great job.
Yeah, I loved Amanda's piece as well. I love the storytelling aspect of it, very personal, her journey and the symbolism of the tree, the growth, and then the butterfly, the transformation from the cocoon to the butterfly is beautiful. She used a nice little variety of wire colors and gauges. The outside, the profile is thicker, and she's got some thinner ones. I love the way the hair on the teenager figure is very similar to the leaves in the tree. So there's a lot of repetition there. Beautiful piece, very, very well thought out and very well executed. And Patricia, what do you think of Amanda's piece?
Yeah, oh, again, I noted the story, that it seemed to be telling a whole story, and a really interesting story. So you could spend time looking and trying to figure it out. And the figure within a figure within a figure was really, it was very ambitious, and she pulled it off so well. And beautiful tree, and the butterfly coming out from the cocoon. It's just such a creative detail. Yeah, I just loved it. It's really well done.
Beautiful. Awesome. Congratulations, Amanda. It's a beautiful piece. So now we have Sabrina. Sabrina is a wife and mom of 6 boys and 1 girl. The photo with the figures represents her family. The individual photos represent her doing her different hobbies: wire art and jewelry making, drawing, and cross-stitching. These are all things she loves to do because they're satisfying and relaxing. I'll start with Sabrina's piece. I love the little figures. They look like they're dancing, like little happy family. And I love that she used different colors for their different outfits. And the simplicity of them is really sweet. Like some of the boys look like some of them have like a baseball cap, and the girls have like just these little loops to represent, like there it could be little buns or little ponytails. And especially the little girl with the little skirt. It's so cute. Looks like a little ballerina skirt. It's really adorable. So yeah, I thought it was a really fun piece. Patricia, what did you think of Sabrina's piece?
It really captured childhood with the movement and the color, and they look like they're dancing or playing. And yeah, so just really happy. They make you happy to look at. They're very lively. Yeah, they're great. Just beautiful. It's really fun.
Mimi, what do you think of Sabrina's piece?
I love like all like the little kids. I think it's super cute. I love the little girl at the front with the little skirt. I think she's like my favorite. She's so cute. I love all the colors, and it represents a family so perfectly. Well done.
Awesome. Beautiful work, Sabrina. Congratulations. Last but not least, we have Mustafa. Mustafa writes, "This is me swimming in the ocean of my creative thoughts, thinking about all of my favorite things, such as wire weaving, resin art, and quilling. I chose the swimming pose because swimming is my favorite sport." So Mimi, what do you think of Mustafa's piece?
Well, I like how you have like all the mediums that you enjoy working with included into your piece. I think you're such a talented artist, and I love how you are swimming in all your thoughts. That's very relatable. It's so well done. You always do such a great job on your work. I'm always so impressed. I love the little flower and the resin. And there's like a little decoration here, and I think it's your initials, maybe?
Yeah.
And the little figure is super well done. I love all the twisty wire in it, and the way that you're hanging it up almost looks like the Eiffel Tower in a sense. So it has a really unique feel to it, and I think you've done a great job. Good job.
Patricia, what do you think of Mustafa's work?
I really loved the pose. This little silver figure, he just looks like he's swimming. He really does. The arm up, the arm back, the hand bent, the legs kicking. Yeah, and I think those little pearls are probably supposed to be like water bubbles, maybe in the water swimming. Yeah, and the little black bathing suit. It's just so cute. Now, I wasn't sure, did he make the elements that are dangling below?
Yeah.
Did he make the resin and the flower?
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. very beautiful, and he pulled it off, and such a creative piece. Well done.
Yeah, I totally agree. That figure is spectacular. I love the way that looks. I love the way the sort of the wrapping of the wire gives an impression of movement as well. It's very challenging to make a massive piece like that really looks solid. So beautiful on its own as a sculpture, just that little piece. I love that what you said about the pearls being like little bubbles. They definitely could be little bubbles. And he's included all of his passions in there. And yeah, and the part that attaches at the top is really unique too. I love the way he's added a little bit of weaving in there, a little bit of repetition of the weaving down below as well. And yeah, super fun piece. I love the way it dangles. It's beautiful. Congratulations, Mustafa. That's a lovely piece. So now comes the fun part where we choose our favorites. And what we usually do is we choose like our top 2 or 3. And then we kind of come to a consensus. Yeah, so let's go back. And how about Patricia, would you like to give me your top 2 or 3?
I think my most favorite was Jade. And again, that speaks to me because of the fantastical element. Yeah, I mean, they were also beautiful. It's really hard sometimes to pick a favorite. Yeah, Jade would be my favorite. And then it's a very close second with Mustafa and Mia and many others, but I'll stop there.
Perfect. So Jade, Mia, and Mustafa. So Mimi, which were your favorites?
I think my favorite was probably Mia, and then Amanda, and then Mustafa.
Nice. So now it's my turn. There's so many beautiful works. It's always so hard to decide. And I know with the voting, people had a lot of trouble choosing favorites. But this is the nature of this type of competition. I use that in air quotes because we're all winners here. It's everybody's learning and succeeding and sharing their creativity. And that's a giant win for everybody. So I would say my favorites of week 1 were Jade. I love the originality of her piece, the wearable art. Bernice, I was so impressed with that brain. I just thought it was the coolest thing. And also Mustafa, I loved his little figure. I would just love that figure on its own, but then he had the little extra bits with his interest and his passion. So guys, if we tally up our choices here, we have a winner for this week. It's Mustafa. Yay, Mustafa.
Yay.
Awesome. And like I said, everybody's a winner. And it's just amazing to see everybody's work. And then the other thing we want to look at now is the voting. So this year is unique because viewers are invited to vote for their favorite. And we have the viewer's choice, and they've given some great feedback as well about the pieces. And here's what some of our viewers said. For Mia, this is so beautiful. I love this. I love this piece. It makes me feel warm and comfortable inside. Thank you. I love your color and the freestyle life. Bernice, I love the way you portrayed what you feel is going on inside you. I feel that I can understand this piece because of my issues with OCD and PTSD. It's an ordered chaos, or you might want to say a chaotic orderliness, but either way, it's beauty within design. Truly beautiful. This is something I would want to wear like a pendant. Sharon, I love this. It's so Sharon. The rings are so nicely wrapped. I love the cactus and the flowers and the musical notes. I love the way that you can see yourself and picture yourself artistically in such a beautiful manner. Laura gets my vote. Very unique. Love her work. Even the photography of her pieces is so artistically framed against the blue background. Awesome. So creative. Excellent job. Jade, I feel like you have stepped out of the envelope for this piece. I love that it's wearable and that it has flow and design, and it shows positive and negative space. This is amazing to me, and the fact that it's wearable makes it even more so. It's just so clever and well thought out, and it's very well done. Amanda, very unique that you can put your entire life into a single piece of art that is so understandable and relatable. The tree is absolutely gorgeous with the colored wire, truly looking like leaves. Great job. Love the piece. So deep. Sabrina, This is just so precious and sweet. Love it. Very cute and fun. These are cute people. I love how you put baseball caps on the boys and the girls have little ponytails. Great use of color. Mustafa, very nice. I love the overall concept, him diving into his own thoughts. Your piece is delightful. I think my favorite part is the bubbles around the man as he swims. Really love your sculpture of you swimming. Not an easy thing to do. I love that you worked with mixed media. Your wire wrapping is very clean and neat, and your wire weaving is the same. Alman, I love your piece because of the wrapping around the table legs and the use of the beads to make the body. There is a frenzied energy in the use of wire, which makes me think that this is probably the way your brain works, that you have a lot of mental energy and creativity. I love that fish. It's so cute. So the viewer's choice this week was Alman. Congratulations, Alman, for being the viewer's choice.
Yay!
That's awesome. Alman, your work was so creative, and I loved all the little elements to it. So much fun. Now comes the time where at the end of the competition where we have to choose one person that will be leaving the show, just the nature of the beast. Eventually we have to end up with one winner of the grand prize, but we have a twist this week because originally Live Wires for the Win was supposed to start with 10 participants. So sadly, we had one person that couldn't join at the last minute. So this week, everybody's going to be going on to week 2. So congratulations, everybody. So excited that we're going to have you all back to participate in week 2. So stay tuned for the next challenge. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, everybody, for voting. Thank you to the participants for creating such amazing, inspirational works of art. And we'll see you the next time.
Bye.
Bye.